Welcome to the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Let's begin with today's news headlines. Novant Healthcare out of North Carolina has made its mark in the Lowcountry already, buying up Hilton Head Hospital in coastal Carolina and applying to build a hospital in Bluffton. Now they're talking about building 141 workforce housing units on 10 acres it got near Hilton Head Hospital in that purchase. Construction won't begin on the mix of studio, 1- and 2-bedroom units until early next year, or start filling up until mid-2027. But it could make a dent in the 14,000 people who have to commute to the island every day to work. The development, built by Hilton Head-based Adobe Development, is expected to include a 1,600 square foot community center. Well, for all we lost last week in the winter storm, one thing that likely made it through just fine was a Lowcountry's mascot, the alligator. Here's a word to dazzle your northern friends with: brumation. It's what the Gators do, in the chilly weather anyway, and what keeps them alive, even through bitter cold, like last week. When Gators brumate, they dig mud holes underneath near their lagoons and basically hibernate in icy conditions. Then they'll stick their noses out of the lagoons every 12 hours or so, then burrow back in their holes. And though we don't see them now, well, most of our Gators are just doing fine. Well, we've heard of the bird flu epidemic that is causing millions of chickens to be killed nationwide and causing the price of eggs to skyrocket. Well, a couple of different offshoots of this story involved in the investigation of a weekend fire up in the Batesburg-Leesville area that destroyed much of the Amick Farms poultry plant that could shut down the plant for up to a year, stopping the processing of nearly 1.5 billion pounds of chicken products and throwing thousands in the Midlands area, many of whom are immigrants, out of work. Now, the Saluda County Sheriff says nobody was hurt in the fire that's believed to be electrical, and officials do not believe foul play was involved. And finally, more proof of the enormous growth going on in our state from a very simple source: U-Haul. U-Haul says more people rented their trucks and moved into South Carolina than moved out in 2024 than any other state. Now, we had been fourth in 2023. Texas was second after leading the U-Haul list for the 4 previous years. North Carolina, Florida, and Tennessee were the 3rd, 4th, and 5th most popular. California had more folks moving out than in for the 5th straight year. For more information on these stories and many more, please check out the media sources listed on your screen. And remember to follow us on Facebook and watch us on YouTube, and check out our website at WHHI-TV.com. If you've got a news tip or a story idea, well, just email it to us at news@WHHI-TV.com. And coming up after the break, we'll have more news. Stay with us.